Okay, so hi everyone. Good afternoon. We are back again with another interesting episode of PayUEdge, and this time we'll be discussing on a topic which is very important for businesses these days, and it's about checkout experience. How do we improve it for your customer, and why this is important? Because we all know it's like the sales season. So I would like to introduce our product managers here who have been tirelessly working to solve this problem for the businesses. Saketh and Akshaya. They are leading the charter of, improving the checkout experience. So, yeah. Hi, Saketh.
Hey Sugandha, hi. Uh, I hope you can hear us, right?
Yeah. Loud
Yeah.
and clear, guys. Super.
Cheers. Hello everyone. Hi. Thanks for joining in. I know it's a bit late, but still, I mean, 3:30 after lunch. It's tough time, but thanks for joining in, guys. Yeah. So I am Saketh. So I work as a product manager in the payment experience team. Uh, I have over 5 years of experience across product and tech. So here at PayU, I'm dedicated to personalization, managing our vault, tokenization, pay with rewards, and overall in general enhancing the user experience. That's it.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Akshaya. So I'm also a part of the payment experience team. I come with nearly 5.5 years of experience across the fintech domain. I'm really passionate about building products, building innovative solutions, and yeah, at least here at PayU, I look after mostly customer-centric products, or rather, customer-facing products.
Super. Great, guys. So, I'm working with the PayU product marketing team, and yeah, we obviously work with our product managers here to, to bring these products to the market, preparing go-to-market strategy, and yes. So, guys, let's start. So, uh, my first question here for you guys is, we see that you're from the payment experience, right, at PayU. So, why do you think like this is, important for an online business, and how does having a good checkout can improve the conversions for a business? Like, does it have a significant impact on the sales for a business? So I wanted to pick your mind on that.
Good question, actually. So the way we look at it, right, the checkout experience is the make or break. It's the most critical moment of truth for any business, right? Because that is the difference between a potential lead or any visitor to your website or app to complete the payment. Because that is to them becoming a paying customer. That is what all the business is about, right? So, as particularly seamless and user friendly and very intuitive checkout process, right, is essential for any business. So, it is the make or break between customer dropping off, converting the transaction, and even encourage repeat business. So, in essence, it's the best gateway for revenue generation and foundation of overall positive customer relationship.
Yeah, like, yeah, perfect. Like, fair enough. I think with you on that. But, I just want to know more like, how is PayU helping in providing like a good payment experience for a business? Like, what solutions or, what products PayU has built in this scenario here?
So, each business has their own set of needs, rather, and how they want their payment experience to be, how they want their entire checkout journeys to be. And at PayU, we have like a suite of products. We have multiple products, multiple checkout experiences. Each of us has their own advantages, right? In fact, now since we are all back from lunch, I would really like to give a food example or a food analogy to kind of explain what different type of checkouts we have.
Oh my God, like, I just came back. Don't make me hungry again. Okay.
Okay, no worries. It'll be a little tech also, so it'll not feel so hungry. Okay, but then just going ahead with it, the first one we have is like a custom integration. So this is something, imagine you're going into the kitchen and cooking your own food, right? This kind of solution is preferred mostly by our big enterprise merchants who want to manage the end-to-end experience for their customers. They are very much user centric and they really know what their user wants. Again, it comes in with, they have their a huge kind of a tech team who are ready to build everything. They've tested multiple flows on their users. They're taking care of every aspect of the entire integration, right? The second one that we have is a redirection kind of a channel. This is more like, you're going out to a restaurant, you don't know how to cook firstly, and you don't want to cook, so you're going out, heading to a restaurant, and getting what you want. And that's exactly what our redirection checkout does. You come to PayU, you tell us what you want, and we'll give it to you on a ready to serve, like a, ready to eat kind of a platter. So basically, redirection checkout is, it's entirely managed by PayU. All the payment options are listed, all the flows are managed by us. Just like you have to go out to the restaurant, from the merchant's website or the brand's website, the user needs to come to our page to complete the entire payment journey. Uh, yeah, that's about the
Wow,
two
that's
ones that
that's
we have.
nice. Like
Yeah,
I'm just sensing, like for some, I do a lot of online shopping. So for some brands, if I'm like on their checkout, it doesn't feel that, I'm stepping away from that app. Like, that is, I believe, like a custom integration. Like they have integrated
exactly.
according to the brand colors, their font. So that's what, like, I think you guys are helping in. And like for some brands, okay, you can distinctively see, powered by PayU, that gray and white background will come. So that's basically your, what should I say? You don't have to take any hassle. Like I just do like a plug and play thing, and I'm like good to go, right?
That's correct. That's all actually redirection is also preferred by a lot of our merchants. But we've come up with an even better solution, this
Oh
which
my god.
kind of plugs in both. It brings in the goodness of the customer, the seamless as we internally call it, and the redirection checkout, wherein PayU is managing everything. We call it Checkout Plus. Checkout Plus is essentially our the payment journey happens on the merchant's website itself. So the food analogy, right? You don't need to step out from your house and you don't need to cook either. You just order your food in. So your customer is coming to your website. It has a very customized look and feel. The customer can make a payment. They will not realize that they've moved to PayU. Everything is happening on the merchant's website itself, with the added or the most important benefit being that you do not, the merchant or the brand does not need to take care of, apart from the initial integration, there is nothing much that the merchant needs to do. Every added feature just comes in directly on the checkout. It's just get it once and keep enjoying the features. We have two variants over here actually. One is called a Checkout Plus, and one is a Checkout Express. Checkout Express is actually aimed more towards our direct to consumer kind of merchants or e-commerce merchants, right? Wherein we're simplifying the overall journey from cart to checkout.
Okay. But like, if you have to give me like one point of difference between a checkout plus and a checkout express, like, what would that be?
So, in Checkout Plus, we have optimized for payments. So, we've
Got it.
taken the payment journey and solved it end to end. What we've done with Checkout Express is we've taken Checkout Plus with its payment optimization and added more to it, with orders and addresses and basically your checkout. One is payments, one is Checkout Plus payments.
Got it. Okay, nice. But like you guys mentioned that, the Checkout Express has been built with an intent to, solve the problems for a D2C brand. Like, what problems like did you had analyzed, or what were the brands saying that, you guys like came up with a Checkout Express as a solution to them?
Very good question. I'd like to take it up. So D2C brands, right? It's a ever evolving landscape. So there's been tons and tons of D2C brands that come up every day to the market. But even if you look at it, right, each D2C brand has their own set of challenges, either from their domain itself. So challenges of a, let's say, smaller D2C brand would be different from the likes of someone who's a very well established, like likes of both, right? They would have very different challenges. So across the different life stages of a business, they have different set of challenges. But if I have to put it at a high level, if I have to put for all the D2C, right, the critical challenges would be one, the inventory management, the checkout and overall experience,
Yeah.
working capital requirements, marketing, loyalty, how to build loyalty for each of them, how
Yeah.
do you optimize for supply chain in deliveries and all those things. And one of probably the most look that came across in our research was also customer support. How do these guys, let's say who is running coming for the first time, right? How do they build a website and how do they provide a unparalleled customer support, right? How do these things work? So since the overall theme, and we are also from experience team, I'd want to double down on experience. And experience, as I mentioned, right, it's absolutely critical for any organization, even for a big enterprise likes of e-commerce players like Amazon or Flipkart of the world, to any smaller organization, D2C business. And even in D2C business also, it's very ultra crucial. One stat I'd like to point is, right, just because of a complex checkout process, businesses in a year lose more than $250 billion of worth of sales, which is not being converted just because of complex checkout process.
Oh my God, that's like a significant number. Like,
Yeah,
I feel even I'm part of that number because
we
I
all are.
toggle a lot. I check out a lot of brands on Instagram, but I just drop off because oh my God, this is like too long. I don't want to like go through this journey. It's gonna take like some 10 minutes of my time or something. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, not just you, we all are part of that. We also feel like, yeah, you make a nice, so we'll just skip out of it. So, but that way, the D2C brands, especially, right, they spend tons of money to bring customers and create potential leads and bring customers to their app or website. And if in the final moment of truth where the user has added into the cart and then they don't complete the payment for whatever be the reason, right? So
Hmm.
that is the way you have lost it, and you have to start from the whole scratch again. So the all your customer acquisition called CAC as we call it, that's
Hmm.
completely lost, and that is ultra crucial for any given the current market scenario where profitability is we are everyone is running behind it. So CAC becomes ultra important. So that
Absolutely.
way, so this CAC to manage CAC, this is an important thing. So, but if I have to say what are the key challenges in this case, right? What we've observed is right. So one of the crucial challenges in every website you go, because there's plethora of options now. So every time you go, you'll have to create an account. You have to
Hmm.
add your address every time all over again, and
Yeah.
address is also of different
Yeah.
form, which is very different. And one thing that even I personally observe, right? So off late I see on Instagram there's a nice ad, I want to buy that, let's say,
Hmm.
but I don't know if I can trust that website or not, because
Hmm.
either Google, even in Google, the reviews might be lower, or I don't know if I've never heard of it, or it's
Credibility factor will always be there, of
yeah,
these
that's
Insta
trustability
ads.
is very important, especially for a D2C, right? That is where people spend tons of money on this brand endorsement, and that is how you get the trust. But that's a time-consuming process. But yeah, that trust is an inherent society in our society, and affordability also, right? So let's say you're a D2C brand who you have launched a very premium watches, right? Let's say watches.
Hmm.
So you would probably be selling about what 10,000 rupees of watches. A watch might be ultra premium, but you would be selling it for 10,000. But users would not many people would convert because of that affordability concern, right? Most people would, even if they want to spend it, they don't find the right option, they don't have the EMI, that sort of thing. And one thing also, what I mean, you I guess we all would have also encountered is sudden charges, right? You will see one price on the Instagram ad, then once you visit the website, it's different, and once you finally land on the checkout page, it's entirely different, and that is a different one.
Then you lost me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone is gets lost in that. That's a maze nightmare everyone wants to get out of. So, and in general, right, the overall complicated checkout process and concerns, right, that is where I think we see the problems, and addressing these pain points should reduce the cart abandonments overall.
Okay. Fair, fair. Like I'm like I think you are catering to half of the population, like customers like you and me, like solving this, and it's such a good what should I say, a solution for a D2C brand, like I completely agree with you. If I have to spend like more than 10 seconds on my, like after adding to cart and before the payment, you lost me there. Because most of the times, if like I'm traveling, I like something, I'm scrolling on Instagram, I like this brand, I want to make that purchase. But more than 10 seconds, 30 seconds, gone, you just lost me. So it's like I just want to understand more, like if I am a buyer, I'm buying something from an X brand, and you're saying that my address details and everything would be like already like pre-captured or something like that. Like does it cater to that as well?
Yeah, so Sugandha, yes, it caters to, in fact, the Checkout Express product that we were talking about, right? And it in fact caters to that and more. Adding to a little bit from Saketh's point on cart abandonment, right? Like you mentioned, we keep scrolling, we keep seeing these reels on Instagram. Okay, some
Hmm.
influencer is promoting something. After 5 minutes, we're going to get an ad on it. We'll go click on it, and if the moment we click on it, brands are spending like lots of money on doing these targeted ads, so
Yeah.
that once the ad has reached you, it's, they need to ensure that they are converting it to a sale. So, the moment I see an ad, I will click on that particular ad and I
Hmm.
go to the brand's website. Now, cart abandonment, to reduce the number of users dropping from this particular website. The moment I get a customer, he's, a potential sale. So them on my website, I need to like convert it to a sale. What can brands do? Brands can, like Saketh mentioned, a list of problems that we see, and we see it very commonly. Even though all of us are like aware about, कि ये तो, like this is something that should be done. Still, we kind of miss it. So, right from the user time that the user lands on your website, ensure that your PDP page explains, or your product display page explains your product well. Ensure it has an image that captures your audience. Ensure that the if you're a clothing brand, ensure that background is white, emphasis is on your cloth.
Hmm.
Things like this, right? Ensure that the pricing of the product is correct, the discoverability is perfect. Uh, just smaller things like, talking a little bit in detail about your product can give the customer a confidence of, oh, the brand is actually selling something and it's not just a fake website. And we do see a lot of fake websites as well, right? Adding reviews from your customer, of your previous customers, having all those highlighted on your website, providing discounts, providing EMI options. All of
Hmm.
this is something that, brands can do on their page. Then comes in the checkout, like, okay, they made a perfectly awesome website, everything is in place, and the user even added items to their cart.
Hmm.
Right. Now, once the item is added to the cart, that's where we are saying that, okay, you've taken all this effort of getting the user to add items to the cart. Now, let us take over from there. Let us kind of, you know, let us ensure that you're not losing any more, you're not having any more abandonments, or you're not having any more drops from here on.
So you're basically like their CAC savers, whatever cost they incurred.
Yeah,
Hello.
like, yeah, exactly.
I lost you guys a bit. Like, can you hear me? Sakit, Akshaya, I somehow can't hear you. Okay, I think they are facing some connectivity issues. So basically, Checkout Express is, what should I say, the cost savior for any business. Like, no matter how much of money you have expended on building a good website, if they are not converting, then it doesn't make any sense, right? You're losing out on your money. So Checkout Express, I will say, is absolutely like the superhero for enabling conversions. So I think that's what their point was. Uh, are you guys back? Hmm. Guys, are you back? Hey, Saket. Hey, are you guys back?
Yes, we are. Hopefully, the
Can't hear
time.
you, Saket.
Asa,
I
I think
think.
can you hear us now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God. These internet connections are like, what should I say? They are always, having some or the other meeting or session. But yeah, it's okay. Technology, right? Sometimes it fails. That
Sometimes it fits.
sometimes our payments fail. So and sometimes the internet connection fails, and sometimes our meetings just drop off. So yeah, I was just continuing to our earlier point that as Akshay rightly mentioned, that no matter how much a brand spends on having like a good website, on building their social media, they do like they spend millions of money, but unless and until the customer converts, it doesn't make any sense, right? So basically I would say Checkout Express is the superhero for enabling conversions. That's what I call it, right? Am I right with, are you guys with me on this?
Yes, exactly. You're correct. So, like I mentioned, right? We are taking over from the cart. Now,
Hmm.
the product that Checkout Express brings is, from cart till order, like we are going to, or till payment, everything is with us.
Hmm.
Essentially, whenever a customer adds product to the carts and clicks on checkout, that's
Hmm.
when we invoke our Checkout Express feature, or Checkout Express is invoked. It includes it includes an array of features,
Hmm.
including what we have on checkout and what we built specially for D2C. So something like a mobile OTP login, wherein you do not need to remember a number of passwords. I'm sure that we create so many accounts in so many different websites, and we have no clue where different website has been created, or where different account has been created, right? So we have a single step login. The second most important is it has a better offers discovery. So offers need to be displayed at the point of decision making, right? If I see a 5,000 rupee product and I don't see the offer against it, but I see the offer like 3 steps later, there is no point of the offer. But if you tell me upfront that this is a 5,000 rupee product and now available for 3,500, there is a high likelihood that I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. All right. So
Absolutely.
offers needs to be displayed at the point of decision making, and we do that over here with Checkout Express. It also includes like multiple payment options, including COD. We have like I think PayU has the largest number of payment options available in for checkout, right?
Yeah.
And in fact, these are just the smaller features, I would say. The best feature of Checkout Express is that it gives brands access to millions of users in the PayU ecosystem, right? How does it do that? It does that by pre-filling their address details. It shows their saved payment options to the user. It essentially helps the user complete, the entire checkout in less than a minute. You could say everything is available right upfront and with minimum number of steps.
Wow, that's great. I think, the thing which you mentioned where I don't have to remember my password, half the battle is won there. Because remembering password is like the trickiest job, and I can't really, like, nobody can actually. Human memory is like, short lived. And the fact that, I really like this part that when you say my details are saved. So if an X brand is in the PayU ecosystem, I shop from them, and then I go to shop from a Y brand, and that's also part of the PayU ecosystem. So automatically, I believe my details will be, auto captured when I'm doing a purchase from that Y brand, right?
Correct. Absolutely correct. In fact, we've added numerous features on our checkout page to reduce even for the first time journey, first time user, the number of address entry steps. We ensure that we are capturing the address, they are auto filled and all. In fact, more than that, for a returning user, I don't even think that it will take a minute for the customer to complete the transaction. The number of steps are reduced even further. User need not log in. Once you've logged in on a particular browser, uh,
Mhm.
we save your login, right? So even if you are transacting on a brand A today and then going ahead and transacting on brand B, once you've logged in on brand A, the moment you go on brand B, you are already logged in. The moment you click on checkout, our Checkout Express page opens up. We have your addresses saved because you are a returning user.
Wow.
No need to log in. We have your addresses saved. We have the best offer displayed up front,
Hmm.
and the moment you click on pay, we have your saved options as well. Obviously, consented ones. Wherever you give us consent to save, we're going to save it, and we're going to ensure that the best offer, the best payment option, everything is recommended to you, and you are going ahead and completing the payment quickly. Like after all, that's the goal we are chasing. Like I think that's an internal metric we track. How fast can we make our checkouts?
That's like great, yeah. I think like this product is a win-win for both a business and a customer, like helping them in conversions and for people like you and me, quicker purchases, faster checkouts, and yeah, that's great. Like, so what else does this have? Like you said that this is like an checkout plus versus a checkout express. There are some add-ons here, right? In checkout express. So could you like share more on that?
Sure. Adding on to what Akshay has mentioned, right? So now that we have, so let's say we have made the offer visibility, we have, let's say the merchant has done the PDP page, absolutely correct. You got your visibility once the user landed. So for a repeat user, we already have the addresses, we already have the best offer visibility. Now there comes the payment piece, right? So the way we look at, right, the checkout experience, we look at it an overall experience, right? So not so from so after the moment the user lands on that page, so we have the checkout and we also have the payment. So payment experience, most people often overlook it, but that is something where we take it very seriously. So
Oh,
we have a
nice.
solution called recommendation engine. Sorry.
Okay.
So the recommendation engine is right. It's one of our premium solution. So as a part of this solution, we use AI to leverage users' past transaction history, order context, real-time success rate, eligibility, and bunch of other different data signals to predict the ideal payment option that the user is likely to choose. So for that particular transaction, if I have to cut the jargon, so in short, we personalize the checkout page to increase the conversions. Yeah, that is how I put it.
Okay.
So we know that each and this way also, right? Each business comes with own sets of challenges. So a single like one size fits all, there is no silver bullet here, right? There's no one size fits all. So we'll have to personalize for each of the different merchant contexts. So for example, a merchant like Dyson or IFB, who typically sell heavy appliances and their average order value is upwards of 5-10,000, right? So the problem there, the customer mentality, the customer psyche there is different from someone who's shopping on Myntra, which is far more impulsive purchases or any other typical D2C brand. So that's how each business has their own set of challenges. So that's why we have built the concept called goal, so that the whatever is the AM model we are running, right, to optimize to personalize. So depending on the merchant goal, we personalize. So we have already enabled this on our checkout page on in fact, more than 20,000 merchants, and we also redesigned the page to accommodate support with this. So using this, what we have gotten is we have increased the success rate by 5%, reduced the drop-offs by more than almost 30%, around 28% if I'm not wrong. We have also managed to increase the overall conversion rate by around 8 to 10%. And one of the things which Akshay was mentioning, right, the time to checkout. So that we have actually reduced by more than 30%. So just by purely personalizing, this is something we have been able to achieve, and this is more than 20,000 of our
Yeah,
merchants.
these are like really great metrics. Like this is
Ah.
very difficult to achieve, right?
Yeah.
Improve success rate by 5% is huge.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, okay, Checkout Express is not only helping with solving your checkout problems, but it's also, enhancing the payments experience of the end customer, like you and me, right?
Yeah.
So with this AI model and all. But one thing I really want to request is, Saketh, just sorry, but could you like help us understand this in that food context that was like a little easier to grasp? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Akshay is comes to best with those analogies. Internally, also Akshay gives the best analogies. But now, let's say if I have to take Akshay's analogy, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly.
recommendation engine or what we have built is right. So, Akshay mentioned like Checkout Express is like ordering from your own food. You don't have to go anywhere. Everything comes here, right? Recommendation is that ordering from a restaurant that knows what kind of food you like. So, let's say I like spicy food, right? So, whenever I order from a particular dish, the restaurant knows that I am ordering and I like a particularly spicy set of foods. They send the food in a spicy manner, even without me asking. So if I have to bring it to payments context, so let's say if I am a user who likes to use my credit card a lot, so recommendation knows this using it my past history. It will show credit card on top when I land, and
Oh,
not just
wow.
this, right? Not just what I like. There's also a bunch of different data signals as I mentioned. It looks at merchant context, transaction, and order context. So what I mean by that is suggesting an EMI option for a transaction. Let's say you're doing a transaction of 1,000 rupees. There, even if there's a one EMI option, showing that would not make more sense. Vis-a-vis showing, let's say for transaction you're doing levels upwards of 50,000 or even more than 1 lakh. They're showing UPI doesn't make sense. So that each order and each merchant will have their own context. So if again bringing back to Akshay's analogy, so when you're searching in the morning, right, you would search for a breakfast meal. For me, showing you biryani early in the morning, I'm sure some people would hate it, but that doesn't make sense for. Or in lunchtime, then you would want to see lunch options. Right? That is how it comes with it. So and it's the recommendation as it stands, it recommends the right option, right? And it also comes with our own world, which Akshay was also alluding before, saying that
Okay.
where you can just not just save your cards, you can save all your payment options, including BNPL, UPI, and net banking, all consented by the. So that's the best thing about it.
So it's basically my personal preferred payment modes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like a heavily credit card user, so that will obviously come first for me.
Yes,
As
absolutely.
like, Oh, nice. I think, this is more like your mom cooking food at home for you because she would know your taste buds,
Mom
right?
knows best.
But this is like super interesting that, checkout express can improve my payment experience as well. Like
Yes,
that's good. But just one more thing, like it's my personal thing, like I am more of a very offer person, that okay, before going anywhere I'll check, okay, do we have any good offers on dine out, any good offers on Zomato, Gold, Swiggy, whatever. I just want offers. So like, does that do you feel that the offers part can also, like, improve the payment experience of a customer? Does this have any impact there?
Oh, definitely it does. And you're exactly on point on this, right? It's not just you, it's a lot of us. It's Saketh, it's me. And in this, it's three on three over here. So I'm sure it's going to have a large percentage of our customer basis, especially when it comes to offers. We are really price conscious people. We want offers. Even if it's like, even if it's a marked up price and we are getting an offer, we are more likely to buy that. So we
Hmm.
understand that, we understand how much offers are important in a user's journey while completing a product purchase, right? So in fact, when we launched Checkout Express, right, we launched it as a part of our Commerce Pro suite, which includes multiple products. So recommendation engine that Saketh talked about. We have a list of other products as well. But along with that, there is offer engine, right, which becomes one of the very important product in the suite that gets directly combined, or it's offered out of the box along with Checkout Express. Now Offer Engine, is in fact one of the best ones in the industry, is what I heard. The one that's offered by PayU. So we've catered to every aspect of what a customer needs, what a brand needs while looking for offers. Even from a brand's perspective or a merchant's perspective, it's extremely easy to use. You can just create multiple types of offers really from the merchant dashboard.
Hmm.
They will be reflected on our checkouts, and the
Okay.
best part is that they will be directly reflected on the checkouts, right? You don't need to do any integration or anything. It's just, okay, you created an offer, within 5 seconds it will be displayed on the checkout. It plays a extremely important role as a brand. You can see, okay, this product is not doing so well.
Hmm.
What do I do to sell it more? You can just go ahead, go to the dashboard, create a new offer, add it to it, and you can just attach that offer, and it can help in selling that product. So there is no doubt in saying that offers are not an important, or how important of a role offers play in the entire checkout journey. In fact, we have, along with offer engine, we also have a coupon code generating system, right? That is also really helpful. It gives the customer it kind of an exclusivity kind of a thing, right? Wherein the customer thinks that, oh, this coupon code is specially for me. We
Hmm.
have that as well along with offer engine. The
Oh.
best part being, like I mentioned, right? All the You just create the offer, and all the rest of the heavy lifting is taken care by us. We ensure that the correct offer is displayed, the best
Hmm.
offer is displayed, the exact calculations or exact discountings are displayed to the customers.
Hmm.
I mentioned one of the important points wherein the customers go back from the pages wherein they see a difference in pricing, and that's very
Yeah.
problematic, right? You see 1,000 rupees on one place, and then you go to the next step, it's 1,050, and I don't know why. Uh,
Hmm.
Even if it's just 50 rupees, I'm still like taken aback. Like, if now it's 50, you might just charge anything, right? Yeah. So we ensure that all of this is displayed correctly, and yeah, all of that is taken up by us. In fact, we've also done like a webinar recently on Offer Engine. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think our audience can go have a look at that as well to
Hmm.
understand offers in much more details. But surely it is important part of our checkout and of Checkout Express.
Yeah. So, like, if I say that, your Checkout Express is a three-way suit, like checkouts, you have payment experience, which is taken care by the recommendation engine and via offer engine. So it's like a three-way thing, right? Like, what should I say? I can't think of that proverb right now, but yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? With one bullet, you are achieving three things,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So that's like a super great thing. I'm like really impressed. So, and regarding the offers, but I think to convert any customer, having an offer is becoming super imperative. And I think that's one thing, improving conversions, which is the ultimate goal of the entire product, right? Improving conversions, improving sales. That's our ultimate goal, right? Nice. Nice. This was like really insightful. So, guys, do I think like that's the whole product, right? I think we have covered everything, improving the checkout, improving payment, right?
Yes,
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 yeah,
Sugandha. I think
yeah.
it covers
Most of it. Yeah.
most of our checkout. Obviously, PayU has a lot more to offer,
Yeah.
and that
Hmm.
comes in with checkout by default.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
I think all the features that we probably have listed on our business websites and developer documentations. Since checkout is our in-house product, all
Hmm.
of them by default supported, like are supported on checkout.
Okay,
So yeah, it's
nice.
this and more.
Hmm. Super. It's like the what should I say? The one-stop solution.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Right?
That's
That's how
a great
I define it. Like any D2C business wants to improve their sales, like after they have done their bit of working on their website or doing all the, social media posting, promotions, but ultimately if sales don't happen, how
Exactly.
does it justify the cost?
yeah.
So that last mile partner is PayU, and the checkout express product, like improving everything. So I think let's guys that thank you so much Akshay and Saket. This was super insightful, super interesting, and I'm like I was not aware of these nitty gritty aspects around checkout payment, because as a customer our what should I say, our actions are very impulsive. We don't think a lot before doing so. Basically I think this was super helpful, and we have a lot to take back with us today. And just for our viewers, I would like to summarize our discussion here. So when it comes to improving your payment and checkout experience, PayU has a lot of offerings. They are ranging from custom integrations, redirections, checkout plus, and obviously our superhero product here, which is checkout express. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so which is not only helping improve the checkout, but also improving the payment experience of the end user. So I think we can any questions from our viewers, like we are open for questions if we have from our audiences. We'll wait for 30 seconds to a minute to check if we have any questions regarding the product or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see any. So let's close it. And if just a quick note for everyone, just keep a watch on our PayU handle on LinkedIn and everywhere. And we'll soon have another webinar of PayU Edge under the sales season, where you will get to know more about our products and how they are helping businesses and in improving their sales this sales season. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Saket, and thank you, Akshay. This was really helpful. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.